What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Tuesday, March 4th. Now, in today's video, I know you, as a dog Bitcoin holder, must be feeling all sorts of feelings, meaning you're going through an emotional roller coaster just due to what's happening in the crypto market. So in this video, I want to allow you to understand to put those emotional indicators on the side. I want you to think like Wall Street. I want you to think like a hedge fund. I want you to think like whales, sharks, and leverage traders, how these people are so experienced, have had their lives change, and why they're winning at this game. I want you to have those exact same traits. So I'm going to explain to you what's happening in the crypto ecosystem, also go into charting analysis, and just share with you strategies and techniques how you as a dog Bitcoin holder can ultimately win even in a bear market and even thrive in a bull market. So let's go ahead and cover it in this video. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So as you can see, dog Bitcoin right now is hovering at 180 million market cap. Remember, I told you just as of yesterday that you may see the price of dog Bitcoin going down. But as I mentioned in yesterday's video, that's the time for you to DCA, dog cost average. And there's a reason for that. Now, I'll share with you my strategy at the very end of the video, how far we can go just based on the charting analysis. But we need to understand what's happening in the crypto ecosystem. Because as you've noticed, check this out. So look at the market cap of top meme coins by market cap. So yesterday, this used to be at around $56 billion. Okay, why do I say $56 billion in that crazy way? Because 2 days ago, we were at $62 billion. And in the month of December, we were at over $100 billion. This is all across all meme coins. And this is happening due to a lot of manipulation in the market. And as you can see, over the past 24 hours, which is this part in red, a lot of the meme coins are down. And not just that, we're also talking about other altcoins as well. They are also down in the red. So don't think that this is just happening to dog Bitcoin. Now, let's talk about the manipulation in the market. So this is something that Hong, who is the president over at OKX, she says that Wall Street is coming for you. Why does she say this? Now, it was in response to this announcement from Donald Trump on the Truth Social network, saying that there is a US crypto reserve. It involves Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and ADA. And I said that that was so bullish. But guess what she said in response? She says, I feel worried instead of bullish, but let's see. And I wonder why she said that. Because I thought, man, this sounds bullish to me. This seems like we're actually going to have some adoption within the US. But what I didn't know is what she's saying is that there could be manipulation behind Wall Street. So let's talk about that. So in Wall Street, you're seeing that the S&P erased roughly post-election negative $3.3 trillion since February 19th. That's staggering. That's $330 billion per trading day for the last 10 days. So the whole stock market, S&P 500, was liquidated out of their positions. But what about crypto? Well, apparently the crypto markets are now worth negative $100 billion less than they were prior to the US crypto reserve announcement. So over the last 24 hours, crypto has erased negative $500 billion of the market cap in massive reversal. So when you're thinking of what's happening to dog Bitcoin, it's not just happening to dog Bitcoin. It's every other risk on asset that you're thinking of, from tech to even cryptocurrencies. They're all being wiped out. I mean, just look at Bitcoin's price, right? So we saw right around here the US Strategic Reserve for Crypto announced by Donald Trump himself. It pumped, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he announces tariffs, which is dumped. And that was roughly around $1 billion in liquidation of leverage traders over the past 24 hours. Okay, so this is the crazy thing. And why is that? So just yesterday, right, we saw that announcement that President Trump was going to announce 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico and 20% specifically for China. Pay attention to that. That's really important. Now, this is what's really crazy. There is one specific wallet that bought roughly over $100 million in Ethereum leverage trading and over $70 million in Bitcoin leverage trading. And that person bought before the announcement of US Strategic Reserve. They profited roughly around $6 to $10 million in that day. Then all of a sudden we heard about the tariffs, but this person decided to do another 50x leverage, which roughly gave him around a $10 million shorting position in profit. And this person knew before the US tariff announcements were going to be enacted against these these other states such as Canada, Mexico, and China. So there is a lot of insider trading going on behind the scenes, and possibly with Wall Street and the White House. So this whale, or aka this person who's an insider with this 50x leverage, is now $81 million in unrealized profits. And a lot of people within the crypto atmosphere, these are influencers who have caught on to this. So Lady of Crypto, she says F word, market manipulators. And then you also have Crypto, another leverage trader and YouTube influencer. He says, I very rarely say manipulation. Today I say it, manipulation. And then we also have Da Vinci. Da Vinci also told people to buy Bitcoin when it was $1 roughly. And now he's telling people that there is market manipulation clear as day. It's even got people like Plan B, who created the stock to flow model, to question, are we actually in a bull market? Because he's thinking, are we at the start of a bear or a V-shaped recovery? And then he says, some questions about the Bitcoin market cycle chart. It is still measuring bull market red in on-chain data. But as I explained in today's video, we're at a crossroads. So he doesn't know if we're in a bear market in the very beginning or a V-shaped recovery. So it's even got Plan B questioning, does his model actually work? This is actually what they want you to think. This is what they want you to do. They want there to be fear in the market, shake you up as much as possible, and not just shake retail, professional traders as well. Professional traders will say that there's a lot of manipulators, so they're making you play the game. You are the puppet and they are the puppet master. You even have BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes, who thinks that really the Bitcoin's worst case scenario could be the bottom of around $70,000. So roughly we're at around 84,000 US dollars for Bitcoin. So if it drops to around $70,000, I could expect that maybe Dog Bitcoin would hit roughly around 150 million market cap. I don't know, we'll see, it really just depends. But regardless of all that bullish news, you gotta pay attention to what people are doing, not what they're saying. So Fidelity actually bought roughly around $100 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday, but they actually bought more than that. They bought over $123 million last time I checked. Then you saw ARK Invest, by the way, bought 617 Bitcoin was worth. That's roughly around $58 million. So what do they know that we don't know? I usually pay attention to what they're doing. Tom Lee, who's an analyst and strategist, says that he still thinks that Bitcoin's going to hit 150,000 this year. When you see retracements of Bitcoin going from 100,000 to 70,000, that's completely normal. That's part of Bitcoin. And even after years being in cycles for Bitcoin, it still even shocks the normal leverage traders. It even shocks the experienced people, because regardless, we still have emotions, right? We're human beings. It's completely normal to have emotions. So don't worry about it so much. Pay attention to how you feel, but move that aside because that's an emotional indicator. Focus on data and analytics. Just look at Bitcoin's performance on the monthly time frame, okay? In history, we've seen Bitcoin usually perform quite well in February and March. But right now, February did not end well. It was negative 17%. And you're telling me that in March is going to be red again? Well, if that's the case, it's going to happen just like what happened in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. We were down in both of those months. But majority of the time, we have to be green in one of these months and red in the other. So could we follow this exact same trend? I mean, the thing is, will we see 3 months of red markets? Well, the last time we saw that was back in 2014, and back in 2014 in April, it really wasn't that bad, at negative 1.6%. But we really are at something completely new of what crypto is being in this cycle. But regardless, I think we're still in the bull market. And when I look at altcoin season, right now we're in Bitcoin dominance. But every time we go down, at some point we got to go back up. Just like here, these are all cycles: up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Eventually, we got to go back up to altcoin season. Senator Cynthia Lummis even says that when US is going to be starting to buy Bitcoin, possibly for a strategic reserve, it's going to scare people like China and Russia. So there's going to be an arms race to seeing who's going to bring a strategic reserve, who's going to put a lot of monetary buying power into Bitcoin. So right now we're just seeing what's happening with Bitcoin. And I think regardless of what's happening with the strategic reserve, Bitcoin definitely is going to be at the forefront and the most approved asset compared to these other altcoins. So Trump advisor David Bailey did say that China is holding closed-door meetings on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So if this is true, then there is a race going on as we speak, and supply and demand is going to be a huge topic about what Bitcoin is going to be at this year. Charles Hoskinson from Cardano said that Bitcoin DeFi, by the way, is going to be 4x larger than Solana and Ethereum DeFi combined.
Bitcoin DeFi, 4 times larger than Solana and Ethereum combined. And Leos makes us faster than pretty much everybody, especially when you add the roll-up shit in. How do you like those apples? Good apples? Huh? Huh?
Hear him out, okay? The reason I say that and the reason I bring this up is because Bitcoin DeFi is in its very early stages. You're not seeing a lot of liquidity of Bitcoin into Ordinals, runes, BRC20 tokens, stacks, whatever it may be. It's very, very early on. So as runes are fully adopted as of right now on many different platforms, I expect runes are gonna really just explode. They're gonna be in the multi-billions of dollars, AK for every single specific blue chip rune token out there, especially dog Bitcoin. Yesterday, we saw a wallet transfer roughly around 400 million dog tokens over to their over 300 plus million tokens. So in total, they have roughly around 792 million tokens. Now, I will let you know that when I was observing this wallet address, okay, I did notice that this wallet, when they received their 400 million tokens, they were receiving it from multiple different wallets. Now, could this be a hedge fund? I'm not going to say anything about that. I know some of you have your predictions about that. I personally can't share any information regarding that, but I just want to share with you how this wallet activity is doing. Meaning this wallet is actually using multiple different hot wallets to buy dog, transferring it to their main wallet and then transferring that amount to another main wallet, which could be their cold storage wallet. So this is what we're seeing how whales work. They buy when people are in fear. This is how you have to think. They do not think about emotions. They do not think about the price pumping up. They think about how low the price can go down so that they can buy more and more. So let's talk about the charting analysis for dog Bitcoin. As I mentioned before, this red descending trend line is something that we need to break out of. And if you believe it or not, we are actually at the support level back over here on August of 2024 and back over here in May of 2024. So this is the official bottom of bottoms. We officially hit the bottom of bottoms. Now it could be going any lower. If Bitcoin goes down to 70,000, I think the lowest we could go, believe it or not, would be roughly around 150 million US dollars in terms of market cap. That's the thing. That's where I feel like we can go. I don't know. This is just a prediction, but just look at everything on this chart. We're oversold. We're bottomed out. But the most important thing is pay attention to data. So if you remove your emotions, the data says this is the time to buy because you officially reached the bottom. And if you look at the RSI, we've also reached the bottom and oversold. And in terms of the MACD, we are still in a seller's market, right? So right now we're starting to see slightly red candlesticks. It could emulate this, but it could see reversal. Now pay attention to the MACD lines. Now, why am I pointing this out? Look how low they are. Now, the reason I say how low they are, because when they do decide to go to the upside, it's going to be substantial. Because usually when you see like light dips, it's not that big of a dip, right? You see here that's not much of a dip, and then it just pumps a little bit higher. But when you have massive dips like this, you will experience more larger parabola, bigger pumps that are completely FOMO-ish. You have not seen this for Bitcoin just yet. So we are waiting to see what happens in the month of March, but this is definitely the strategy that I see is the dollar cost averaging. So as I mentioned before, okay, remember in yesterday's video, I said, wait for these paper hands to liquidate their positions, okay? Basically, you want to wait it out. So some of these traders, these retail investors are going to list 2.19, 2.15, maybe even 2.10 sats. And that's okay. Those are the entries you need to buy. And if it goes up to 2.2, you can just wait it out. You can wait it out until these retail investors liquidate their positions, right? Or you could stack slowly and slowly at 2.22 or 2.20. But some of these people will like basically not watch my videos. Some of these people are too scared. They don't have the patience or they need the money to pay bills. They're just too scared. And they're going to try to sell off as much as possible. This is the time between 2.00 to 2.22 to dollar cost average. So basically we're watching what's happening with Donald Trump making announcements. We're also paying attention to the strategic reserve. We're also paying attention to the crypto summit this week. We're also paying attention to the manipulators and paying attention to their wallets. But basically all you have to do is just sit on the sidelines, dollar cost average, and wait to get the best entry points. And this is what I've been doing. I've just been dollar cost averaging every now and then, just buying smaller amounts. I'm waiting for these retail paper hands of dog Bitcoin to give me a discount. And I don't need to buy a ton right away. I have a ton of liquidity to deploy, but I'm just buying as much of their bags as they can. And they probably know this and they probably don't. But regardless, I'm going to buy their bags. And a lot of other people are doing that same strategy as well. So in a nutshell, that's basically it. Now you know exactly the strategy of how to play this out. Again, this is going to probably happen throughout the rest of the week, but pay attention. I want you to find the best strategies for yourself. I'm trying to do my best to help you out as well. This is all volunteer work. Again, this is your strategy. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just simply here to provide data and analytics and removing emotions aside so you can become a thriving person in the future where you can take these trades and use it for your next cryptocurrency, your next investment, either it be stocks, NFTs, ordinals, meme coins. I want you to take these traits with you and take with you to prosper so that you can have a better life out there, okay? So I hope that this helps you. Please, if you support this channel, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog of the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.